Dipinder Goyal was in IIT Delhi final year studying computer science and mathematics when he had an idea. While ordering a Domino's pizza, he thought, why does everyone have to call a Domino's or any other restaurant for takeout? That's when he started a food delivery company. It did not take off, and Goyal has said in the past, it was too early. He abandoned his idea and joined the corporate world with Bain and Company. There, he observed how employees would crowd at the canteen every day to see the menu at meal times and scramble to order hot-selling dishes from nearby restaurants and dhabas. That's when he knew that his idea's time had come. Goyal, along with Pankaj Chadha, a colleague from Bain, started scanning menus of restaurants and uploading those with contact details. Till now, this food listing platform was a side hustle and primarily a weekend gig. The intranet website foodiebay.com became a hit at Bain and was later made a public website. One of FoodieBay's loyal users was the founder of Naukri.com and InfoEdge, Sanjeev Bikhchandani. He was impressed, ran a Google search, and found Dipinder Goyal's email address. Bikhchandani sent Goyal a short, to-the-point email stating he's a fan. InfoEdge invested $1 million in 2010 in FoodieBay. That $1 million is now worth almost $1 billion. Soon after the InfoEdge investment, FoodieBay changed its name to Zomato, and a massive rebranding and marketing exercise was carried out to introduce Zomato. We decided to keep the idea of food at the center, but chose a name that is timeless and encompassing. We decided on the name Zomato. Zomato's got a zing to it and is originally a play on the word tomato. Zomato is not restricted to food either. Dipinder Goyal wrote this in 2010. In the same year, Goyal also blogged about starting an international business. That's the other insight into Goyal's entrepreneurial zeal. He was dreaming of building for India and the world from 2010 itself. That's within a year of quitting Bain. Zomato began its international journey in 2012 from Dubai. It was also in 2012 that Goyal proclaimed Zomato to be a food network and told employees that with 2.5 million monthly active users, Zomato is going social with new tools. Sanjeev Bikhchandani would later in 2013 pitch Zomato to venture capital giant Sequoia. Sequoia and InfoEdge together invested $37 million in Zomato in 2013. Soon after this, Zomato went on a binge shopping spree that included Menu Mania in New Zealand, Czech Republic's Lunchtime, Poland's Gastronomy, and Urban Spoon in America, and others. Soon after this, Zomato entered the coveted Unicorn Club with a $50 million fundraise from InfoEdge and VY Capital. By the end of 2014, Zomato was facing pressure from Swiggy, making big waves in online food delivery with the backing of Safe Partners and Nexus. Zomato came up with a strict timeline for introducing food delivery in 2015 and even sought Sequoia's help. Volunteers from Sequoia's team camped at Zomato's headquarters to roll out this crucial feature. Within a year, Zomato hit 1 million orders. And as they say, the rest is history. But Zomato took too big a bite too fast and started suffering from financial indigestion. It had to lay off 300 people in late 2015. Jefferies and HSBC marked down Zomato by 50% to $500 million in early 2016. Zomato went on to exit 14 of the 23 countries it was in and reduced the cash burn from $9 million to $1.6 million. 2018 was a big year for Zomato for several reasons. For one, China Ant Financial took a big bite of Zomato by buying out a little over 14% stake, which it increased to 23% in the same year. Ant would go on to surpass InfoEdge as Zomato's largest shareholder. The second reason, Pankaj Chadha quit the firm he had started at a young age of 22. By now, Zomato was also focusing on building its premium offering and its by invitation only Zomato Gold membership. Zomato's relationship with restaurants hit a low point, and the latter launched a log-out campaign in 2019 alleging predatory pricing and high commissions. Till today, Zomato and restaurants have a love-hate relationship. In January 2020, Zomato gobbled up the number 3 player in online delivery as it wanted to close the gap with Swiggy. It bought Uber Eats in a $350 million M&A. At that time, obviously, Zomato could not have predicted the COVID-19 pandemic and the subsequent pain from the lockdown. How it emerged stronger from the pandemic is another story for another day. In New Delhi, Nayanthara Rai.